Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. You're of the Appian way here. I've got a treat for you. This is a rematch between King of Gondor playing as Menelaus of Sparta and Scorpion playing as Agamemnon of Mycenae. And this is actually going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm looking forward to showing you this one. So let's first of all talk about King of Gondor's army, who was featured in my most recent Dr. Appius episode from this weekend. His army has, let's see here, this is 2 armored spearmen and a heroic axe warrior. That's going to make up his heavy infantry contingent. He also took 3 Laconian swordsmen with 2 XP chevrons on each one, a spearman with 1 XP chevron, and I think that's probably could have done better, but alright. We also have a renowned Laconian axeman. We've got 3 Achaean slingers, a Spartoi, and Menelaus is on foot. We also have, I'm sure, yeah, there they are. We've got two light spear runners out here. Let's get the camera in on them. And they have their shields in hand. These are not in Teenage Mutant Spartan Turtle mode. Okay, very good. Now let's go check out Mycenae. Mycenae has brought a pair of armored swordsmen here to escort a Minotaur, deployed in a hidden position. Agamemnon is in a hidden position, but a smart player will know to look up here and see that you've brought Agamemnon. There's an Achaean slinger on each flank. Interesting. Agamemnon's companions in the scrubs with Agamemnon, and in the tall grass, also hidden, we've got 2 club warriors, 2 young spears over here, 2 more club warriors also hidden. So the only thing that King of Gondor sees going into this fight is going to be this reinforced chariot and these slingers. They were probably, yeah, they are visible, but only just. They must not have deployed fully. So all that Menelaus knows right now, looking at this battlefield, is Agamemnon is somewhere, and there's a reinforced chariot on the horizon. He's got I think this is a pretty good deployment position. If you're going to be out in the open, you've actually got these this rocky outcropping here to somewhat protect your right flank. It's going to take an extended amount of time for infantry to maneuver around that, which means he's also got his slingers mostly to the right over here, protected by Spartoi and heavy infantry, and he could actually kind of fill this gap right here with the spearmen and Laconian swords, which seems to be what he's doing for now. Actually, he might... No, there's his orders. He's going to move up. And actually, you know, that's not a bad idea either. It's, you know, there's less ground you have to defend here, and it is elevated, but we are moving up. And this is going to... I mean, I'm just presuming he's taking lesson to heart from Dr. Appius, and that is that he's not going to be as patient. He's going to move up. He's going to choose his engagements. He's already being cagey with how he's maneuvering his Laconian axemen where he wants them deployed. He does have to be wary about reinforced chariots sitting up here with a line of medium infantry. Those chariots will run him over. But the chariots probably just as likely wary of the Spartoi or the axe warriors or armored spearmen coming down at them. And I think these slingers, where are you going? You guys moving? Yeah, they are moving. They might be trying to, they might be doing a sacrificial hunt. They might be going out there just to see if they can't find the spear runners. Speaking of spear runners, oh, the first few slingshot rounds have already been fired. Spear runners are out this way. They're now moving their way into the scrubs, and they still have shields in hand. Shields in hand. Slingers have opened fire over here. This Minotaur has given up its position. Yeah, this is actually a really good angle. So, from this angle like this, the heroic axe warriors are not getting the shield block chance from their shields. Oh, and he turns his shields to face them. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now they're going to get their missile block chance, and now that slinger ammo, which is already brutally pathetic, is going to be reduced even further to a grand total of, let's find out how much it's reduced by, 75%. So they're only doing a quarter of their already meager damage to these heroic axe warriors. Okay, the club warriors have now shown themselves. They're throwing javelins as they arrive, and they're going to be just getting into the flank. I don't know if they'll get their block chance or not if the javelins get thrown at the axe warriors, but I think you can't really target where those javelins go off of a melee unit. Slings are now coming down from up here, targeting the spearmen. Not the best plan. The slingers, I guess, are going to come over here and retaliate, but they got missile block chance from the tree line. Menelaus is charged up here, and he's been attacked by the Minotaur.
Have spotted hidden foes.
And look at this. Okay, we've got 2 club warriors and 2 young spears who have jumped in on top of this armored spearman, and we still have these light spear runners on the move. There's a very, very open field over here, but there's still reinforced chariots, which is probably why Scorpion's keeping them in reserve. He knows that there's going to be light spear runners somewhere. And good, he turned his spearmen to face the tide of slings. He's protecting his slingers. Ooh, we do have a breach in the line, though. So these armored swordsmen have broken through, and that's going to force these Achaean slingers back. They're probably in skirmish mode, but they should be able to stay ahead of this anyway. Menelaus looks like he did get routed at one point. The Savage Roar didn't help much, but the Spartoi are going to come in here. Ooh, Spartoi are a great answer to a Minotaur. They're just jumping in here and are going to throw their bodies into this mix-up. We've got armored swordsmen doing the hard work against heavy infantry. These armored swordsmen are turning around. Oh, wait, they are regrouping, and now they're going to go after the slingers again. Menelaus is gathering his courage, I suppose. We've got Laconian swords fighting club warriors. Oh, this is an interesting engagement. They're about a similar cost unit, and might actually give the advantage to club warriors, though, in a general sense. And here comes the chariots. Right on cue. I think they're going to try and just plow right through this and then get into some slingers. Oh, and in the meantime, yeah, these slingers have become very aware of the light spear runners that are now chasing them. These guys still have their spears in hand. They're quick. Look at them move. But they could be even quicker if they put their shields on their back, and there's nothing to threaten them anyway. So yeah, these slingers are gone. The chariots looks like they got bogged down just a little bit on that medium spearman. It wasn't the best angle, but look how much health is left on that spearman. Nothing. Not a zilch. The piles of the bodies all over. Yeah, and now they're broken too. Not a good day to be a regular old spearman. The armored slingers pretty much just got run around by the slingers, but now these chariots are charging into the slingers, and ooh, yeah, it's everybody's Achaean slingers are dying right now. But the real fight, the real stuff that matters, is over here. We've got family feud. Brother versus brother, Agamemnon and Menelaus as Spartoi and Axe Warriors face off against armored swordsmen. The Axe Warriors should win that engagement. And then over here, we do have the light spear runners have carried through the rest of their charge, and they've made it into the back of Agamemnon's companions, and with the support of the armored spearmen, they've devastated this infantry. Holy cow. I'm probably going to have to go back and replay that just to see how much of an impact these light spear runners had on this heavyweight fight here. They were definitely supportive against those club warriors, and meanwhile this 2v2 between swordsmen and club warriors, actually, it looks like it's going in favor of the Laconian swordsmen. There's a routing Minotaur trying to get through here. These young spears are not adding too terribly much to this fight, I do have to say. And the very smart, he does bring back an armored spearman to try and help him deal with these reinforced chariots, and the reinforced chariots have taken a ton of damage for it already. You can hear the sounds of the chariots breaking against the tide of heavy infantry. Man, oh man, these Achaean slingers come down from the hill, but can they do any damage? Maybe if they target the back of these Laconian swordsmen, they'll be able to make an impact. Menelaus looks like he's... Yes, he has. He's standing over the body of his brother. His headless brother, felled by Menelaus. Incredible. Incredible. Here comes those slings. Instead, choosing to target... Yeah, there is a lot of juicy targets over here. I don't blame him for that, but I think this is over. Yeah, with losing his hero... The morale just evaporates down the line, and that was a lot better. It was a lot better compared to the other two replays that King of Gondor sent me about his gameplay against against Scorpion. That worked great. Let's look at some statistics here. Yeah, Scorpion deployed 900 and lost more than half. King of Gondor deployed more troops and lost less. You can't ask for better results than that. 121 kills for the reinforced chariots. This is an interesting mainline setup using club warriors and young spears with a very, very small amount of armored swords. It's tough. It's tough trying to balance for 4,400 rule set and past your swords and spear line, your heavy swords and heavy spears for Mycenae. It's hard to come up with a decent main line. There's always the shielded clubmen, but they don't always do well in every matchup. I like the choice of two Achaean slingers, kept mostly relatively safe throughout the rest of the battle. Let's look at King of Gondor. Menelaus had one kill and only one kill that mattered, and that was Agamemnon. Menelaus is the duelist between the two, so it doesn't surprise me that he eventually won that out. And that's why you bring a Minotaur to support Agamemnon or your hero against a good duelist hero. That Minotaur will do the work for you. Decent double-digit kills for all of the Laconian swordsmen. Not surprised about the impact of the spearmen. 0 kills and shattered off the battlefield. Light spear runners with over 100 kills. Slingers only 3 kills. Meh. 145 kills for this armored spearman, 41 for this one, 31 for this one. Very, very good. Let's go back, and we're going to do an instant replay. I want to see those light spear runners charge into the back of that that infantry fight with all of those heavyweight characters there. Welcome to the light spear runner cam. We're at that point where the spear runners have revealed themselves. They've just chased off a bunch of slingers, and now they're going to rear charge the main two infantry fights. The Minotaur has already pulled itself out of the engagement. Agamemnon is already fighting Menelaus, and here comes the business. That is a very healthy Agamemnon's companions here. Let's take a look at this charge. Huge hit. The reinforced Laconian axemen have routed. There's definitely going to be a loss of morale across the club warriors and the spearmen. There's nothing to face Agamemnon's companions, nothing to hold them in place. And look at that damage that they just took from these light spear runners, showing up as healthy and as rested as they were, despite running across the battlefield. There were a few armored spearmen to help them out, but that was pretty phenomenal. I would not have predicted that heavy of an impact from these two spear runner units against Agamemnon's companions. Man, oh man, and then they just get in here in time to help chase off the armored swordsman. A very, very impactful charge. Very impressed by that. And now the light spear runners are looking at their next target. They're going after the armored swordsman as Menelaus chases Agamemnon in the background. Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, that's it for today's episode. Ta-ta. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.